Yo, what is going on, guys? It's Hyydrohh here, and today I'm going to be doing a little sort of Bullet Force wish list in a way. Like what I would want to see coming from Bullet Force in the near future and in the long term as well. Now, if, for those of you who don't know, which you should know because all I post is basically Bullet Force, but Bullet Force is an FPS game on iOS, Android, and it's basically like, take Call of Duty or Battlefield, sort of mix them together. That's what this is. Um, it's got many different guns. One of them is the Saiga, possibly the most annoying gun in the game. Closely tied with the RPG, but I think the Saiga is more annoying because of the incredible raid in them. Like it just keeps on like it just keeps going. It's got like 14 rounds or something in a mag, and it just fires constantly. It's ridiculous. The RPG only has 4 shots unless you use bounty, when you just get more and more ammo, which could be incredibly overpowered. But yeah, so what I want to see from Bullet Force is the launchers removed. I mean, the M320, I think it is, high explosive, doesn't bother me that much, neither does the dart, but the RPG gets right on my nerves. Like, really annoys me. But it's like, it's one of those things that is probably never going to get removed, but I would want it to be removed purely because it's incredibly annoying. It's just ridiculous. The launchers, all the launchers and shotguns, I think should either be hella nerfed, like the Saiga removed to be a pump action or something, or the M870 slowed down because the fire rate on that is faster than a sniper, and it has the same range, not quite the same damage, but it is incredibly powerful. The Saiga, like I said, fast firing, constant fire rate, it just keeps going. It's got incredible damage as well. But another thing I would want to see is on this map in particular, but also on all maps, is the head glitches and spots patched. Like, I don't think you should be allowed out of the map on Park, because it's just too overpowered. You have there's the obvious spots, like where I'm looking on screen right now, no one really goes there. But as well, obviously, except this one guy that is going here that I'm about to try and kill. But where I'm looking now, loads of people go up there. Loads of people, snipers, and it's usually M200, because M200 has incredible range and damage at distance. So you've got the people who'll spawn, run up that hill, just hide, they just camp there, and there's not much you can do about it unless you try and snipe them back. But even then, you've got the bullet drop to take into account when they already have it. It's really difficult to compensate for it. But like other things, right here, that area there, you're pretty much invincible unless the person's got decent aim. I mean, even I couldn't even kill him. I don't consider myself a bad player. I mean, I don't consider myself like amazing, like, oh, you'll never beat me. But I think I'm a decent enough player to play the game well and effectively. But I can't even kill him. Like, it's incredibly annoying. Just ignore the fact that I may or may not use some of these spots. But as you would have seen earlier in a video, inside the sort of centre in the middle, the cafe, on the it's really hard to describe. On the mountain side of it, there's like a little table that you can crouch behind, and anything, the table and below, bulletproof. That needs to be patched, because you can just sit there, as I did for a couple of minutes just to sort of demonstrate it. I think I do it later on as well. You can just sit there and they can't kill you unless you've got maybe 4 or 5 of them shooting at you, because it doesn't matter how good your accuracy is, not every single bullet is going to hit them in the face. It's not every single bullet is going to go where you want it to go. So it's incredibly hard to kill someone in that position. The other spots are like, as you see, I'm jumped on that rock. On that rock, if you're looking the opposite way to the way I'm looking now, and crouch just behind a little bit, you can head glitch into their spawn. Same with that sniper spot there. That's another one that annoys me, is the snipers can just head glitch over any of the walls, and that's pretty much, like, that's game over. There's nothing you can do there. Like, they just sit there all the way at the back of the spawn. There's nothing you can do about it, unless you do what I do and launch a nade at its face. But it's just incredibly difficult to stop them, especially when you're using a small range, well, short range weapon like the Vector. I mean, the M60, maybe you wouldn't have this struggle, which is another thing that I want to come to. I don't find any of the guns, except for the launchers and the shotgun, to be overpowered. I can say this with confidence because I've used pretty much every gun except the shotguns and launchers, because I don't go near them. But I vary from the Vector, the M60, the M40. Those are my three favourite guns. The M60 could do with a bit of a nerf, to be honest. Maybe make it a bit of a slower fire rate or decrease the damage or something. But that's something for Lucas to figure out. I'm not going to get into that. It's nothing to do with me. The Vector, I think, is a perfectly fine weapon. It can still be outgunned by the likes of the M60, the FAMAS, the SCAR, the MP5, etc. But I think it's fine, to be honest. Like, there is no but. I think it's a fine gun. The M60, a couple of people have said to me that the M60 is not the M60, sorry, the M40 is overpowered because it's a sniper. A lot of people don't like snipers because they're one-shot kill, basically. And if you've got someone with a good accuracy, like if you've got someone like Cryptic or General Spanky or Average Marcos, Infinite Stealth, or there's Twixu. These guys with these snipers, once they get a hold of a sniper, right, you might as well just quit there and then, because you're not going to beat them. Unless you're a very, very good player, and or you're playing in a squad. If not, nothing you can do about it. One more thing is that, obviously I noted the spots that are glitched and the guns that are needing nerfed. But the one thing I would like to see from Lucas to implement would be a new sniper, because I'm a diehard sniper. I love using snipers, but lately, I mean, with it, obviously this kind of contradicts the fact I released the montages 2 days ago, but lately I've not been feeling the need to use a sniper. It's not been that much fun for me. It's been pretty boring. I mean, there's only two of them. There's the M200 and the M40 A5. They're good snipers, don't get me wrong. They're fun using. It's great to hit clips. It's satisfying, but they need another sniper to keep up the variety. I actually have a couple of recommendations. I'd say the intervention or the Barrett 50 cal. The problem with the Barrett 50 cal is it would become ridiculously powerful. Like, obviously it's a one-shot kill and it has no bolt action, so you'd have the same sort of people who use the Saiga and the RPG would be the same people to use the Barrett and just spray it. They just set, like, you can't see it now, but where I'm looking, there's like a little, where my teammate is, there's a little head glitch you can sit there. If you could sit there with this Barrett 50 cal and just spray, that's game over for the other team. There's nothing they can do. But I think the way to balance that would be, lower the range maybe. So it's got the bullet drops quicker, and to make it a gold exclusive. And that's not going to stop people, but it'll reduce the numbers of people using it. That's just about everything. So, the MP7's coming out soon, I think, in the next update. I will be testing that out, hopefully. So you just stay tuned for that video. It's been your boy, Hyydroh, and I'm out.
How do I break through and make life better?